to Harwich, beginning of a 5-day cruise, maybe 6. Easthams will be coming up later on. But at the moment we're heading up towards, going to stay the night at Butterman's Bay, just up by Pinmill, and then probably head up into the Deben. But at the moment, looks like we'll just have a nice run all the way up the Wallet to Pennyhole Bay, I should think, just under the headsail. Wind's a good 5, a few stronger puffs, and we've got a big spring tide under us. So at the moment we're doing between 5.5 and 6 knots over the ground. Lovely sailing. A couple of dolphins dead ahead. Just had lunch at Butterman's Bay. It's been quite windy all night, all day, due to continue so we're going to head off in an hour or so to Suffolk Yacht Harbour, hide from the wind for the night, and then the plan is to head into the Deben. It's Contessa just down there in the distance. Hellberg Rassi 42 just there swinging around. I think he's got loads of chain out and he's moving around quite a bit. Apart from the wind, it's a lovely day. Beautiful morning, quiet and still, Suffolk Yacht Harbour. It's low tide, so we're well down below the seawall. It's very peaceful. We're off to the Deben today, up to the rocks. Should be really nice.
Right, okay, well we've left Leven behind us and Emma is steering, and we've got Josh and Daniel. It's a beautiful day, as you can see, and ahead of us is Captain Jingo's, and we're all going to the Deben. So we're going to transfer Josh onto the other boat.
Josh Eastham is coming aboard on our way to the Deben River. Farewell, well done. Say something sensible, Josh. good to have you aboard. Here's a mad Dutchman. He's got his 3 kids in a tender towing it along in Harwich port. I guess they do this kind of thing all the time in Holland. Not something I'd want to do. There's MSC Marina coming in with her attendant tug at the back. The tug helping to steer and keep the stern where it needs to be. She's one of the smaller container ships around. Still massive though. There's the little Harwich ferry that goes across the Felixstowe into Shotland as we go past the Harwich shelf. And there's Duet, the Edwardian yacht built in 1912. She's part of the Curtin Sailing Trust and she's got everything up. Just looking lovely. It's one of the Harwich pilot boats coming in. They make a heck of a lot of wash.
Being in the Deben.
Motoring through the Ramsholt, the moorings at Ramsholt. Ramsholt Arms over there, lovely little pub, ancient church over there. It's a nice old wooden boat called Afrin. Some nice boats through here. Here we are at the rocks, high water. Beautiful day. A few boats about. Easthams anchoring just down there. Another boat between us and them. Together, one of whom is leaving at some point. We're surrounded by old gaffers at the rocks. So, old gaffers rally. I think they've been up in Woodbridge for the last day and a bit. Lovely old girls. Tide's ebbing now. Against there. Here's something I haven't seen before. The Belgian guy, his boat has overrun his anchor as the tide has changed. And he's moved down quite a bit, so it's caught round his keel. They're trying to run other lines underneath it to pull it around. Not sure what the answer's going to be. There's a couple of kids helping on the little sit-on-top kayak. The older couple in the big Moody have been helpful and not panicking at all. But it's not an easy situation. He may yet have to slip his anchor, buoy it and come back and pick it up. That may be the only way out. shall see. So now they've managed to get a line under his anchor line and hold that up. So the anchor is somewhere off to the left of the picture, and his anchor rode has gone underneath his keel and then up around to the bow. So I'm not quite sure what he's going to try and do now. I suspect it may be that he's going to try and haul himself along his anchor line, his anchor rode, to the anchor, and maybe get some slack, enough slack to be able to slip it round from under the keel. But who knows? So he's got his sail up to counteract the force of the tide. The tide is moving left to right to the picture, and there's a slight breeze moving right to left. And now he's tied a rope with a rolling hitch onto his anchor rode and taken that up to the bow of the boat through the fair lead, but I think that's just going to cause friction and he's not going to get enough pull on it. He really needs to be able to see if he can have that rolling hitch a lot further down the anchor rode to get some purchase on it. That's what the kids in the kayak are doing now, just trying to do that. But unless he's on a turning block up there at the bow, the friction just might outweigh everything. So the young fella on the kayak has been able to run the rolling hitch down a lot further down the anchor rode, which is enabling them to pull the boat around, but whether it will get enough slack, he really needs to let as much anchor rode out as possible from the bow.
And here we have Joshua, an Olympic diver. Go! Woohoo! How was it? Father and son selfie.
I've had the cockpit tent up for the last couple of days, using it as a sunshade. It's fantastic. So much cooler with covering like that. And I had the windsock out the front, just gathering in some wind through the forehatch yesterday. They're just getting ready to head off now, probably into the Walton backwaters for tonight, in preparation for the Clacton Air Show tomorrow.